Hello everyone and welcome once again to
Ask the Cast.
Yes, Ask the Cast, the show where you, our viewers, ask us questions and we answer them. And apparently I didn't make it quite clear that the questions should be pertaining to the show, puppeteering in general, things we do, or pertaining to the cast. So, Brett's World 99, I have no opinion on North Korea. Sorry. Now to get to the questions that actually pertain to the show, number one is from Judge Table, I think is how you pronounce the name, Jugeteable. I always pronounce it Judge Table, but I'm sure it's wrong. Anyway, it is, have you ever taken the puppets out on Halloween? No, we haven't, but Roger and I had planned on doing that the last two Halloweens. Something always came up to make it where we couldn't, but we had planned on it and we wanted to film it so that we could show the reactions of the people who were giving the treats as well as what we did to them when we're walking with Allie going treat treat, or whomever that we chose to take with us. From Appley Juiceable, he gave a series of questions which worked. What are some background scenes challenges you face? Well, the biggest challenge is trying to find the suitable background for the characters. What I usually do is go to Yahoo Images and type in a keyword like jungle, building, forest, something like that, and then I look for a scene that will work with the puppets that I'm trying to go for. Sometimes I have to modify pictures where I'll take a forest scene and then I'll take a rocky scene and I will cut and paste the rocks out and put them in front of the forest scene so that it looks like there's a three-dimensional look to it. And you've seen it a couple times. I've used that actual picture in there. Other times I have to go and make the background myself. I'll either go outside and take a picture of something, or I will draw a background up and use it like this one so that we have something special for the scene, skit, or program. What are some simple repairs that keep your puppets functional and away from the workshop? Quick fixes. I always keep needle and thread at hand so that I can just grab it quick and use a color thread and do a quick stitch on the puppet if it comes undone during the show while we're filming, just so that we can keep filming. Another thing I use is hot glue or super glue. Oddly enough, the super glue has its limitations. It works really great to hold things together, but if you use it on things like styrofoam, it has the chance to melt it. It doesn't always melt it. It depends on the brand of super glue you buy, but it can melt it and put dents in your character if you're making one out of that. So for characters like Hugh or Tom, I can't use the super glue on there. Oddly enough, the hot glue never melts any of the styrofoam or anything else. So that is a really good quick fix, and it holds for a long time. All the characters you see are the original characters. They've been with us for 3 years. Well, the ones who have been with us for 3 years have been with us since day one, and everyone else has just come along after that. And so the way I make them to last. Working with puppets in shadow and light. Different ways to keep avoiding hitting the lighting. Well, one of the best ways to do it is to make your stage as big as possible on the floor and then put the lighting out to the side. You also want to make sure that if you're doing green screening or blue screening, that you want to have lights up front to light your character that is trying to stand away from the background, i.e. right now me. And then you also want to have lights on the green screen or the blue screen itself so that it stands out, and when you put it into your program to wipe away the green or blue screen and replace it with your background, that it stands out enough that the green screening or blue screening software can recognize it and erase it out and replace it. Another thing is there a way to do it without, or using bad knees, or not using bad knees, excuse me. getting in the way of puppet control, like crawling around under the line of sight. Well, originally, Roger, Dana, and I, and anyone else that we have puppeteering in the LEP show, the first episode, we would be sitting down on the ground, and we would just have our characters move across a little bit this way or that, or they would just be standing still and turning to different characters that they needed to interact with. But since then, you can go now. Thank you. Thank you. Since then, we've got some knee pads ourselves to walk around, and you just want to make sure that your motions are as fluid as possible. If I were to cut a hole in the floor and make it a drop area where we could actually stand and walk around with the characters like Jim Henson or other people who have done puppeteering for big productions can do, then that's another way to do it, and you don't wear out your knees. But another way is to get a camera on a tripod tall enough that it just films the very top layer of your green screen, and then you don't have to worry about ever being seen. The problem is finding a tripod that is tall enough to do that. For my tripod, I also have to put it on a table, so that when we're on our knees, you don't see the tops of our heads, or hats, or whatever we happen to be wearing. Do you work with other types of puppets? Actually, yes, we do. Most of the puppets that you see are just the regular characters like this. But we have worked and continue to work with other kinds of characters. This is Jojo. He's a marionette character. And he's very friendly. Okay, that's enough. Anyway, good boy. Anyway, he is a string marionette. There's strings attached to his head, body, and legs so that he can walk around. You saw him in the main Phantom video. You just see this much of him. But he's here, and he's a string marionette. We also use rod puppets like Shaky Dave, or Red Skeleton, or, who else? Oh, Hugh and Joe, or Jack. Sorry, wrong one. This is Jack. He's just a regular rod puppet, basically. All he does is walk around like this. Shaky Dave, the same thing. He just walks around. There's no big function with him. Characters like Red Skeleton have an extra wire inside them so we can control their mouth. Or character like Peeping Tom, who is a hand puppet, but he also has a wire inside him to control his eyebrow, so that you can make it go up or down depending on what mood you want him to give you. Alright guys, that was a wonderful Ask the Cast. Thank you so much to those who sent in their questions, and those who haven't. Come on, bring them on! As long as they pertain to puppeteering, the show, the cast, anything like that, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. And don't forget, in the toy chest below, we also have links to our Facebook, Twitter, and our website. So go ahead and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Friend us on Facebook too if you want. And go and check out our website. We have pictures up of different characters. We also have different designs that you can order on t-shirts, hoodies, hats, mugs, all sorts of different things. And go ahead and get that done if you want, of all your favorite characters. We don't have all the characters up just yet, but we're getting there. So if you're waiting on a specific character, go ahead and email me via the website, and I will post a picture of your favorite character so that you can order it on whatever you'd like. Alright guys, thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.